He walked like an Egyptian in that fucking
Jesus.
theme song.
What's the deal, Nick?
I'm
You
just
seem
not
like-
Egyptian.
Well, but why aren't you?
That's a good question.
I think that's the
I
important
could
part.
identify as an Egyptian, I suppose.
If you want, yeah.
I identify as a mummy.
A bad movie.
So, dead inside and wrapped in toilet paper?
That's
Okay.
That's really my life.
That's not too far off.
That's your
In
aesthetic.
retrospect, it was really a bad idea to make the mummy costume out of paper mache.
What?
I don't get that joke.
I'm just thinking of a guy like trapped in a paper mache costume and he
I was
dies.
going to say,
That's
we're
what I'm
all
thinking.
lost.
There's no reference. I'm just
You
saying
are
it.
loopy today. You've had a long ass week. I can tell.
Yeah, I've slept a collective 12 hours in the past 3 days.
Oh boy. These are always the good shows.
I see Michaela in the background.
The sleep
I see
deprived
Michaela.
ones. Oh yeah,
She
Michaela's
can't
in.
hear you.
I
Yeah,
know.
you guys say,
just-
why are you screaming?
I
She's
want
not...
her. I really wish she could hear us. I'm always upset.
Let's
that she can't
wave.
hear
Wave at her.
Yeah, wave at her, even though
we're
she-
all waving. She can only see... Oh, she's not
Only
leaving.
see Nico.
Okay.
Okay. She ran away.
You know, we could avoid getting off track by just ignoring what's happening in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, we could, or we can stay on brand.
Right.
Can't
Did
argue
you
with
just
that.
turn the camera?
That's the important thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's back.
Yo, get this. Ready?
That was great.
That was so fucking
That's
funny.
a great visual joke. We won't explain
God
for the
damn
listeners.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, just let it be. Just let it sit out there, and it'll be great. Because we're professional and we do this for a living, right? Subscribe
We are
on.
very poor.
Yes.
Please help us.
Subscribe to our show.
Oh yeah.
There are places to do that. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yeah, there's all sorts of places. I mean, you can go on the internet.
Right.
You can reach out to your local newspaper. And
You can write it on an acorn and then mail that acorn.
Ooh, good idea. We accept acorns.
Yes.
We're
you can
also
push a
available
cow
on
over.
Laserdisc. You can get us on Laserdisc.
What about vinyl? Just
No.
plain old vinyl.
No, that's hipster shit.
Really? Hey, we're
That's
not,
hipster
we're not
shit.
that low yet.
No, that's too
but
popular
we
now.
are putting out 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have just an audio VHS tape? Can we do that?
Do you know like VHS tapes like don't work anymore?
That's not true.
No, it's true.
What do you mean they don't work?
Because I tried them the other day. They don't work no more.
I use VHS tapes.
Wait a minute.
What do you mean they don't work?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
So you're saying
All VHS tapes
you're
don't work.
saying that March 2019
Over.
every VHS tape
Done.
they were like
Morta.
nope, no more. Are you sure it wasn't the?
Dead on arrival.
You sure it wasn't?
Did you guys
machine?
Did you guys
were
know
using?
pizza sucks now? I tried it the other day and it's just bad now.
It just was not good.
Bro, I'm telling you, I tried 3 separate VHS players. None of them work.
Okay, Nico, for
Nico,
my
can I ask you
job.
something?
You're using the same VHS.
No, different ones. All sorts of different ones.
What about the VHS player?
You
Was
can't
it-
play VHS tapes anymore.
Was
Yes, you
plugged
can.
in?
It was plugged in.
Because your grandmother just had this issue. Was it plugged in?
Yo, I'm not fucking kidding you. So the other day,
Let me ask you something.
What?
Were all of these tapes sitting in your basement for years
No,
and
they were
years?
sitting in my bedroom for years and years.
That's probably
So they're
worse.
covered in jizz.
What, like Aladdin covered in jizz or something? The Lion King?
I sure hope not.
I enjoy the feel.
Ironically, the only one that wasn't was Deep Throat 7. That was it.
Who's his favorite Disney princess that he was masturbating to?
Who's his
stop.
favorite?
Oh, stop.
I enjoy the feel
Stop.
of that of the plastic VHS hinge just squeaking up and down on my penis.
I have a half chub right now.
You know, I imagined everything you just said, but Gilbert Gottfried was saying it.
You know what's
I enjoy.
The plastic.
my favorite part is when I hit rewind.
Do you just stick your dick in that little hole and turn it? Is that what-
Guys, we are demonetized now. all it took.
Why are we the way that we are?
No, I'm okay. What are we talking about?
VHS, and then you started talking about your.
Don't.
Then
We
you started
were.
talking about your grandmother.
We were introducing ourselves like we're supposed to do, but now we're talking about jerking off inside of VHS tapes.
Well, in fairness, you brought that up, Adam. That was all you.
I didn't bring.
You are 100% guilty of
Fucking
all
hell.
of this.
Yeah. So, what were we talking? Yeah, VHS tapes don't work, but if you don't want to watch your old VHS tapes and you're looking for something else to do, subscribe to this podcast, and that'll fill your time.
I get it.
And if you didn't enjoy any of this, then, that's a good...
Then you're probably not hearing this
Indicator.
because you shut it off.
Yes.
Listen, if you don't love me at my jerking off in VHS tapes, then
You don't deserve him.
You don't deserve me
the
at-
podcast feed.
all the other podcasts. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcast. Oh, YouTube too.
Yeah, YouTube, and
we're on
you can
Hold
follow
on,
us
they
on
made a new
Facebook,
YouTube?
Twitter, all our social channels, Instagram.
What?
YouTube.
Yeah,
too.
we're on YouTube too.
It's the
Yes,
sequel
follow on
to-
Instagram. We are at Too Many Thoughts Media on
Okay, it was a
Instagram.
shit joke. I don't need the fucking daggers, Adam.
And at TMT_media on Twitter, and also Too Many Thoughts on Facebook. There we go, Nick.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We promised we would do it. Now we're doing
That
it.
only took about 10 times longer
Yeah,
than it needed to be.
eventually we'll be able to do it in under 10 seconds, but
Yeah.
until then, a few minutes is fine.
See,
right?
but here's the issue. As long as Nico stops jerking it into a VHS tape, we'll be fine.
And for the record, Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess.
I was going to say Aurora.
Guys, I have something more important to talk about, I
Oh
think.
no. You have a-
It could not be more important.
He has
Right
a,
here.
He has a notepad.
He's got a notepad.
you got a notepad?
That's an
all blank.
impressive notepad.
There's
Blank.
nothing on it.
Yeah.
No, there is. Have you guys seen... okay, I was just scrolling on Facebook waiting for you guys to be done watching this crap, and I came across a double-sided Uno deck that they're selling now. Have you heard of this?
Is it called Duo?
No.
Is it called Dos?
No. They called it Flip. Yeah, Uno Flip. They have double-sided Uno cards, which to me is defeats the purpose of the game.
Accurate. It's kind of like playing poker, all cards face up.
But
Well, I mean, the
they
sides
can't-
are different.
yeah, I was going to say the sides have to be different.
They're different. But, what the fuck are they doing to all of our... they're ruining all of our childhood games. That's my point. That's my point.
Is this the new rant? They're now ruining childhood card games that I never played.
You know what game's
Yes.
really fun, but nobody has ever played?
Yeah.
You ever play Phase 10?
Yes.
You played
Phase 10's
Phase
great
10?
I like
game.
Phase 10.
Love Phase 10.
Yeah.
What is it?
Literally, Zach, everybody has played Phase 10.
No, I know. You're like the only two people I know besides my family who has played Phase
What
10.
is it? What is it? What is it?
It's, you get, I think, is it 10 cards each? Something
Yes.
like that. Well, no, that's not a dumb question because Phase 10 refers to how many phases there are, Nicholas, so shut your fucking hole. So you get cards, and each phase, it's like, oh, the first phase you have to get 2 sets of 3. And then once you do that, you can move on to the next one. The first to complete all 10 phases wins the game. It sounds really stupid, but it's actually really fun.
All right.
Is it as good as Uno?
I like it better than Uno.
It's kind of like you're trying to get poker hands, but in steps.
It's
you
like-
need
it's
to
like
get this poker hand
Rummy.
first, then this poker hand, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like Rummy, but
Sure.
not really.
Sure.
Have Zach and I ever told you the story of when we played a 4-hour Uno game?
Oh my god. This fucking
What?
game.
We played a 4-hour Uno game one time.
Yeah. We started at 11 o'clock.
That sounds
at night.
awful. That sounds terrible.
4 hours.
sounds
Not an exaggeration.
No.
Not exaggerating anything.
No, not
4
in the
fucking
slightest.
hours.
Like
I think to the minute.
And it's where Nico and I get our favorite catchphrase,
Yeah.
I will cut you.
Yeah.
Said just like that.
From that game? Is that
Yes.
where that came from?
I threatened bodily harm on all of my friends that night.
Because
It was not
we
one of
kept
my prouder
playing-
moments.
We kept playing and we just kept giving each other the +4. Because nobody had anything.
Well, it wasn't that, but it was
And then-
also because we all had a quarter of the deck in our hands.
Yeah, so
all
we
of our
could do it.
stacks were bigger than the stack in the middle of the table.
Why wouldn't you have just been like, fuck this, I'm done?
Because you can't not finish the
yeah.
game.
It's
Yes,
not
you
Monopoly. You can't just walk away and be like, fuck it.
How dare you?
I was Monopoly even more so. You can't just walk away from like
Yeah,
Right, I agree.
So much.
Yeah, how dare you? Yeah, that was not one of my prouder moments. Quit squeaking the chair, will you?
All my chair squeaks now. I'm not happy about that.
Happy March, everyone.
Oh yeah, happy March.
It's March 1st. No, it's March 3rd.
Yeah,
say, I
happy
don't-
Ash Wednesday, guys.
Ooh.
Oh, is this coming out on that?
What are you giving up for Lent?
Nothing.
Ritualistic murder.
Nah.
I'm giving up kitty porn.
Masturbating into VHS.
Oh,
Kitty porn.
Oh, that is not funny. It's funny, but that is not funny.
How about you, Nick?
I was hoping that, we could not be banned from the internet.
We were doing so well.
You can't get
I
banned
was-
from the internet. You can just get demonetized.
Quick, guys, keep him talking. I'm just gonna call the FBI. Real quick.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good idea.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
giving up this podcast, I think.
Oh, okay.
For Lent.
That's good.
Hold on. So that's what it takes.
Kitty
Why didn't
porn?
we do that like 3 years ago?
It's a Catholic thing.
Giving up kitty porn?
Oh,
Oh, that's so much funnier.
it's so much funnier, but makes it worse. You made kid porn worse.
Dude, what's up with the Catholics, bro?
Can we?
What do you
okay,
mean?
can we?
No, I
let's-
want to talk. No, seriously,
This
I
is
want
like
to
the
talk
third
about
week in a
this.
row we've talked about the fucking Catholics.
No, why is this still happening?
It's what do you mean?
What are these creepy ass why is this still a scandal?
Well, it's because they keep getting away with it.
It's crazy
Because
though.
there's still perverts in the world.
How though? Why are they all in this one organization? It's so weird to me.
It's because it's been
Because
that way
they have
for
a history of letting them slide with it.
But this
Yes.
new pope comes along and the pope's like, yeah, we got to stand up against pedophiles. And then all of a sudden his bishops and people are stepping down because they haven't figured it out. It's only getting worse.
Maybe the new pope is like a super pedophile.
Dude, this pope fucking
Can
blows,
we-
man. No, I hate this pope. I'm calling out the pope right now. Pope's a phony.
Really?
You know what? You know what, Pope Francis? I'm challenging you. Come on our podcast. Defend yourself.
Defend yourself, Pope Francis.
I'm challenging you.
Yeah.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Andrew Jury came on here. He wasn't afraid.
No?
Yeah.
And that guy went to war zones.
I think what's funny about that challenge is his interpreter would have to get his hold of this podcast and then decide, yeah, I'm going to bring this to the Pope.
Hey, you know what, everybody listening at home? Tweet Pope Francis, okay? Send this
Yeah.
podcast to Pope Francis.
Yeah, bro.
And at Vatican News, okay? Make sure you get this out to them.
News.
It's the only news source I trust.
Shit.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Although I guess I shouldn't trust them, really, if I think about it.
No,
Yeah,
definitely
they're still
not.
letting boys get raped.
It's the word of God, though, right?
Yeah.
Let's.
Thou shalt rape little boys.
I'm gonna
Guys,
really.
That's not there. That's not in the
Are
Bible.
you sure it's not in the Bible?
Have you read the Bible?
Have you read all of it?
Actually, yeah, I'm reading it now, and it's not there.
Well, maybe it's in the part you haven't read yet.
It's somewhere.
Do you have the Bible right there?
It's not there.
Wow, look at that. He has a Bible
Hold on.
at hand.
Hold on, he has a study Bible.
I think it's in the King James version, Nick. I don't think you're reading the right.
The
one.
old King James, not the new.
Yeah, it's a New Testament thing.
They mention it in like every
It's like a
passage.
New Testament thing.
Every passage of Leviticus, they mention it. I'm pretty sure.
No, they don't.
Yeah, every sentence.
other line.
Every
Every
just-
other line.
And rape
I've
little
read
boys.
Leviticus.
Yes, if you read
don't
between
do
the
that.
lines, you will find it.
Yeah, my
No,
God, you
I'm
guys are-
Leviticus.
You guys are sinners. Adam, you're the original sin. Get out of here.
I am not the original sin. It wasn't my fault.
You're the remake of the
wasn't
sin.
it? Was
is
it
what you are?
Was it Eve's fault or was it my fault?
You're the gritty reboot of the sin.
that's
Gritty
that's accurate.
reboot.
I'm pretty sure Eve was the one that fucked up. It
You're
was
the
not
Justice League of sins.
No, it was 100% Eve's fault.
Adam. Yeah. Okay.
It was both of them. It was both of them.
Just really wanted to have
Nope,
sex.
nope, just
and eat
blaming
apples. Yeah.
I'm gonna blame the woman because the woman normally screws things up.
Eve.
That's
Here's
true.
the thing, though. But
The
Adam
woman.
was the-
Do you not? We
Adam
just
was
said
the
Eve.
one.
Yeah.
Adam was the one who received the rule not to do it.
Exactly.
We missed it.
We missed all that.
What was that? I
Is that
I
he
need to
was
hear
the
what
one? He was the one who was told not to do it, not her.
All right.
Like, I mean, she was also not supposed to do it, but he should have
No,
told her,
God
and
told
he should have
both of
stopped
them.
her.
I thought-
no,
Nah,
she
he
wasn't.
told
She didn't.
he told Adam,
She didn't exist yet. She wasn't even alive.
right? Because it's the man's job to control his bitch.
Right. Exactly.
I don't like how you're just staring right at my eyes as you're saying that.
Oh
Who's the
my
bitch
god!
here? Yeah, it's
You guys
Nico.
are out of control.
I'm
you
in a
guys are.
mood.
It's either Nico or you, Adam.
Well, I still go.
Seriously.
Well, it's close.
You guys are out of control. Any hopes and dreams that I had that we might, be able to support ourselves and our families from this podcast. We're going to be forced to be begging for scraps in the streets. We'll talk into a mic if you just give me a piece of bread.
I blame Eve and the Catholic Church.
We'll be there with Aziz Ansari and Louis C.K.
Right. Just begging for scraps.
trying to swing a set at the Comedy Cellar. Just put me on.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
I was doing fine.
Yeah.
Do they have a club of Me Too victims?
Let's
Shut up,
All
Adam.
right. All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right.
Now
line
you're just
drawn.
trying.
Line
Now you're trying to be fucking
It was
crude.
all fun and games. We were talking about date rape and
Kitty porn.
kitty porn and things of that nature. All fun and games.
Jesus.
We're good. We watched this documentary because we are somehow still in documentary month, even though it's now March. And the selection today comes from Adam Hall because you won the Golden Raspberry game last week.
Yeah.
Do we not have a name for that?
Yeah, whatever it is.
No, you just came up with that. Did we not have one in place?
Yeah, definitely not. And so you chose to do this movie Roar, and although we're not going to cover the actual film Roar, we're going to do this documentary about the making of Roar, and it is called Roar: the most dangerous movie ever made.
Which is accurate, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe for I don't know. Maybe for the people.
Yes, exactly. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure there are other films that have killed animals making them.
Yeah, fuck the animals. Well, also, the dude from The Crow died on set, right?
Sure.
He
Yeah,
died
I
en
know.
route to hospital.
Yeah, but he
didn't die
got
on
shot as a
set.
result of the movie.
Who died in the making of the Twilight Zone with the helicopter that just fell on him?
Oh, yeah.
Who's
What was
that
that
Oh,
guy?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, helicopter
how you
literally
land-
like fell on that like out of something like from like ER or something.
Yeah.
The
Oh
helicopter
my
just falls.
god,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
But that was the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. The second movie.
No, it's the first movie.
Was it the first movie? I thought it was the second
It's
movie.
the first movie.
So the second movie was just shit.
I guess, yeah. Even though I don't.
Because one movie is like it's cursed, and then another one's just awful.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are 11 people that actually died on the set of a movie. You got the guy from The Crow who shot himself, right?
No, he
He got shot.
got shot.
Oh, okay. But it was supposed to be a blank in the gun, right?
So it was a blank, but there was something clogging the barrel, and a blank still explodes, so it pushed that projectile out when it hit him.
I see.
I love
yeah,
The Crow.
That's why you always got to clean your barrels.
right. I do it every night.
Not firing blanks.
Too much masturbation talk on this podcast.
There's
What are you
too much
talking
a lot
about?
of things.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I wasn't talking about that. What are you
I'm
saying?
I'm sorry. I was being.
Oh,
cleaning his
guys, that's
pistol.
filthy. That is filthy. That is not.
Oh,
what I
someone
thought
on
we were
Top
talking
Gun
about.
died?
What?
Someone on the set of Top Gun. One of the flying is
Nice.
yeah, oh yeah. So one of the pilots that was performing a flat spin was unable to recover from the maneuver and ended up accidentally crashing his jet because of it.
And he died.
And he died. Somebody on the set of, ironically, the movie Jumper.
Wait, Jumper?
What do you-
like the?
How did he die?
Set dresser David Ritchie was helping
Heart
to
attack.
dismantle an artificial wall of sand and rock when a large chunk collapsed onto him. Ritchie was killed instantly, and another crew member was injured in the freak accident.
Wow.
Are you talking about like the? That's the teleporting movie, right?
The Hayden
Yes,
Christensen one. Yeah.
2008.
Oh, that was Hayden Christensen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody died in that movie. What a waste.
What a waste. Who made that movie?
I know someone died on the Walking Dead set, too, right?
Really?
I think one of the zombie extras or something.
How did they die?
Something fell on him.
Somebody probably went, zombie!
And actually shot them.
Gone in 60 Seconds 2? I didn't know they made a Gone in 60 Seconds
did
2.
not.
Yeah. Did someone die in Ben-Hur, I think?
Expendables 2, somebody died.
I feel like
They were expendable. They weren't.
Yeah,
they didn't need them.
during the
The stunt coordinator.
So they were
So it happened, and they were like,
They-
"Okay, not doing it that way."
Wait. if you're like a stuntman, you're literally expendable. Like that's your job is to
No.
not be the famous person who dies.
doesn't make you expendable though.
More than the actor.
Sure.
Catch 22. This stupid list includes Heath Ledger on The Dark Knight, but that's
it's
dumb.
not-
That's not.
True.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh no, wait a minute. No, I take that back. No, not true. A special effects technician was also killed while shooting a stunt for the movie.
Oh.
In what, The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Would you look at that? That creeps me out, man.
How many people die while filming
Yeah,
movies?
that really creeps me out. And somehow on the set of Roar, not a single person died.
I'm
Yeah.
amazed by that and Fury Road. When you see the behind the scenes on both of those movies, it's like, how did these people not die like 5 times over?
Right. Those rigs were in there shooting flames
Oh,
out of
God.
flamethrowers.
But here's
and-
the Fury Road.
It's because they actually
Yes.
hire an entire staff of safety people now.
That's
right. And as this film pointed out, there are unions that stop these things. And clearly this movie was a non-union job. No shit.
Thank God for the 70s, though.
No, this movie has everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got lion fights, scalping, hydrogen peroxide, floods, acts of God. I mean,
Crazy directors.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's
all I heard in my head as you said it has everything was Stefan.
Yeah.
From
This has
SNL.
everything. This club has everything.
I hope I don't sound like that.
Yeah.
Roman J. Israel Esquire. Have you seen that one? Have you seen that Stefan bit? Every club has Roman J. Israel Esquire in it.
I love when he goes, based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
I'm lost.
New York's hottest club is Damn.
New York's hottest club is.
This finally answers the question, do you want to play the feud?
Wow.
It's that thing when you put a garbage can on a midget.
No, my favorite is
What?
it has everything. Human vacuums. What is a human vacuum? It's that thing where you put a midget on a skateboard and you push him around and he just gets all the dust.
Oh my god.
Stefan, yo, watch Stefan.
From SNL?
From SNL, yeah.
Bill Hader?
Bill Hader.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Could be my favorite SNL character besides Pete Schweddy. Could be up there for me.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I think Stefan's my favorite.
So, anyway, Roar.
Pete Shreddy. I do love Pete Shreddy though. Him and his balls.
Nobody beats my balls. So,
Nick is so lost right now.
So am I, Nick. It's okay.
It's all right. I'm just not going to make mention to it. you know?
Yeah, Nick.
Roar is a movie that we have not seen yet, but we have seen this 45-minute documentary that was produced by Animal Planet. And to give you a little context, it's a movie that came out in 1981. It's unclear how big the theatrical release was.
I don't think it came out in 1981.
No, I think it did come out in 1981.
But they
took-
said in the movie they stuck it on a shelf and didn't do anything with
No,
it for 35 years.
I was reading an article. I think it came out in 2015 or 2016.
So it premiered in Australia, Denmark, West Germany, the Netherlands, Spain, Japan, Colombia, France in the 80s.
Oh, so it was the U.S. release was in 2015?
It says that the first debut in the U.S. was in 2015. It debuted at the Wisconsin Film Festival and then had a limited release in April 17th. On April 17th, 2015.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray came out on November 3rd. So yes, this is actually a recent movie that's
Oh.
been sitting on the shelf for a while.
Is there a criterion?
There could be. Nah, they wouldn't.
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I could see them releasing something like this, actually.
Now, this movie stars Tippi Hedren, who was a fairly big Hollywood star in the 80s, did a lot of work with Hitchcock. You'd probably best know her from The Birds.
Great movie.
Melanie Griffith, who was sex symbol? Is that overstating it?
I don't think that's overstating it.
Hot Hollywood actress from the 80s. I don't know what she's done recently. Oh, I guess, okay, she was in The Disaster Artist. I guess
she was. I forgot about that.
hasn't done a lot of work in recent years, but nominated for an Oscar, was a big rom-com star, and apparently a member of this family, and most prominently a guy by the name of Noel Marshall, who is the auteur of this film, stars in it, wrote it, directed it, had the entire vision for what Roar is. Nick, you want to explain what the movie is about?
Yeah, I mean, so this guy basically, I mean, so we haven't actually seen the movie, so I don't know about the movie plot so much, but the documentary here is about this guy Noel, and he collected 150 untrained lions, tigers, leopards, and cougars, and basically lived with them for years, built a 40-acre sort of like set with like a house, and you know, they were they like built a dam on a river, which they probably shouldn't have done, as we will get into later, and they basically just let these 150 wild animals just roam around and acclimate to people, but like they didn't train them, they weren't tamed, they were just acclimated. They were just like, oh, people are here, we tolerate them. And
So fucking crazy.
And so he spent years with his own family, his own wife and children, living with these wild animals, and then finally decided to start filming a movie. Basically, some sort of plot that he's like a large cat scientist, and there's like some subplots involving like the evil lion and his brother, the good lion, fighting, and it looks like nonsense. But this
Strangely
movie was
close to the plot of Lion King, though.
right.
One
And
makes you think, did Walt Disney or whoever was behind the Lion King?
You think they saw Roar and they're like,
Yeah.
ooh, this would make a great children's film.
Fun for the whole family.
Well, and basically this movie was a complete disaster in the sense that I think it cost over $30 million, ended up grossing $2 million, and over 70 people were injured on the set. And they kept advertising it towards the beginning as like, no animals were harmed in the making of this movie, but 70 people were. But then later in the documentary, we come to find that I think it was 13 of these animals died.
3.
Three? Was it
Three
only
got 3 got shot. 13 of them got out, but they gathered.
Okay, yeah. So 3 of these animals did die when making the movie. They were shot to death by like animal control units because they were wild animals roaming California.
It wasn't necessarily while filming, though. I think that's how they get around
think,
that.
yeah, I think,
Bullshit. It doesn't matter.
well, no, but no. I think back then there was if the cameras aren't rolling. And then an animal dies. Back then, I think
beat them between the set.
Yeah.
So therefore, there's no production going on at that point?
I think that's how it. But now, obviously, now if they're on set, even if cameras aren't rolling, even if it's at night when nobody's there and they die, that animal was harmed in the making of it, unless it was like natural. But
so like we were saying though before, right? So the director Noel Marshall here, he sort of he really got involved with these lions and sort of became the alpha of them, so to speak. Not really though.
Thought he was.
But, yeah, they tolerated him the most. He was the wrangler, I guess, of the cats, and they also had Jan de Bont, who was the cinematographer in this film, and he was later the cinematographer in Die Hard, I guess, among many others.
What did he direct? I feel like he directed.
He directed Speed and Twister, right?
So pretty big name, although this was before all that.
Okay.
Right?
Was a name that Adam recognized when he heard it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So he directed Speed, Twister, Speed 2, The Haunting, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Yes.
The original.
No, the sequel.
Okay. But an Angelina Jolie one.
Yes, correct.
what's the sequel? Is the sequel Cradle?
The Cradle,
The Cradle of
yes.
Life. Which has one of the worst posters I've ever seen for any movie ever.
Oh, it's pretty.
Look at this poster.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
It's not-
fucking shit. Look at that poster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up here.
Let's just not show Nick.
Looks like a
Yeah, no, I was
looks
gonna
like
say.
a Happy Meal box or something. What is this? That's not a movie. Can't even read the title. If Monty Python was doing a parody movie of the
pretty
Lara
much-
Croft movies, that is what it would look like.
Those movies are so bad. I mean, yeah, the first.
The first one's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Don't you like the new
Full
one?
disclosure, I like the new one.
I haven't seen the
I
new
actually like the new one.
But I heard that it's not bad.
Is this the one where she's covering half of the title?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful. She punches a shark in the face. It was so stupid.
See, they got the
Oh,
first one
that's
like
beautiful.
pretty good.
Yeah.
The first one's like iconic. I love that poster. Yeah.
Laura Croft.
So
yes.
you guys probably recognize these names better than I did, though. all
yeah,
around.
Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith for sure. I didn't know that Melanie Griffith was in it, and that blew me away. I did not know who Jan de Bont was.
Those are the only two names I knew.
I knew
It was
Okay.
Tippi and Melanie.
And for me, it was those two and Jan de Bont, and yeah, that was it. I had no idea that Noel Marshall had produced the fucking Exorcist.
Right. That is the other
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
That's how
this,
he financed the movie. Basically, was the success of The Exorcist.
Well, and selling everything they owned.
well, that too. It's so crazy.
And swindling investors to give them $3 million.
I was confused because it felt like he went from like where do you get the bug to make a movie like this? Does he just become that enamored by the lions that he needs to?
I was gonna say, like, I really get the strong impression that, or I'm getting a very strong, like, grizzly man vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, see, I understand him wanting to write a movie like this because they said that they went to Africa. They saw Game One's house that was abandoned that was overrun by lions. I get where you get like a script out of that,
Sure,
but the untrained lions is an issue.
yes, no shit.
So I don't think it's an idea of where does
which
the
part?
idea
is it,
for
is
this
it the
come from.
Is it the untrained part or the lions part? Which
Well,
It's the movie part of it.
when did they actually start production on this? Was it before Jaws?
oh, that's an excellent question.
Because like movies like this got made frequently, but the difference is that they would either make the animal some mechanical thing, or they would get trained animals.
yeah, it must
Still how it goes now.
Yes.
right. It must have been before. Yeah, it must have been before Jaws because they said that it was like a 5-year production process.
Yeah.
And it didn't get released until 81. So yeah, you're probably 74, 75, something along those lines. Yeah, right. Yeah, probably
go.
before Jaws. Yeah, crazy. This guy's nuts. So he decided that he wanted to use real animals because he didn't want them to feel unnatural or forced. Like he wanted them to act like real lions and real tigers. And so they decide to put 80 fucking lions and tigers and panthers and jaguars.
150.
Yeah, however many it is. I
150.
pulled the number out of my
It's
ass.
150.
150. And like stage sequences where they fight each other,
Yes.
which seems like a really bad idea.
Literally, could you even call that staged? They weren't controlling the animals. They're just like, we're going to have animals here and film them beating the shit
But
out of
they
each other.
encourage
Yeah, I
them to
feel like-
fight though.
yeah, no, they must have encouraged them somehow.
Yeah, but I feel like encouraging would be like throw like one steak,
Right.
and then just
Yeah.
film it.
Or you just tell one lion the other one fucked his bitch.
What is with you today?
Rico's like on a roll.
How is this different from like dog fighting? Like it's not at all.
No.
right?
Well, there's literally scenes where Noel Marshall just runs in, screaming his head off, and like jumping at these lions as they're clawing at each other.
Does this follow like the pornography rule where like, you know, buying a hooker's illegal, but as long as you're filming it, it's fine?
Oh, I see.
Is that what this is?
Could be.
Right?
I think one of my favorite things was when he was yelling "cut."
Oh,
yeah.
cut, you
Being mauled
stupid
to death.
cat.
He's yelling "cut," and the lions are
Like
being
not
lions.
Right.
like eat. Okay.
Oh, I'll cut you all right, bud.
And so one of like the great running gags in this documentary is the one, is he like the elephant trainer or the editor or one of the guys?
Elephant trainer / boom operator.
One of my favorite titles. Says, yeah, it was good for the first couple of takes, but then we got to take 4 and that's when the shit hit the fan. It's like this guy kept pushing his luck every time because the scene didn't go exactly the way he wanted it to.
Well,
right.
maybe
And
that
they
was.
said, I think they said like at one point he was at take 21.
Right. which is like not a good idea. It's like if you like get through a scene and nobody gets hurt, that's a success. Let's move on.
You did it.
But they always got hurt.
But they always got hurt because they kept going and going and going, and the animals got sick of the routine.
Yeah.
Right? So they did not do exactly as instructed. So they started doing their own shit because that's what lions and tigers do.
Lions and tigers.
What they ultimately end up doing is biting somebody's neck or de-scalping someone or just scalping them as they said in this movie.
De-scalping.
De-scalping.
How do you de-scalp somebody?
I think technically
put it
that
back
is
on.
correct, but it's not
Is it?
really.
Yeah, they're de-scalped.
His kappa was.
I think they're just scalped. I don't think they get de-scalped.
Regardless.
Nothing. I
Or they
think.
glue-
I think
they glue
Guy
it back on.
Sans scalp goes to hospital. That's something that
I was
happened
really just trying to get you to say sans.
as a result of this movie.
Specifically, Jan de Bont.
Jan de Bont is
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
because he was in a hole.
You know what's funny is that
That's just true. He was in a hole and moved, and the cat was like, "Ooh, what's this?" and tried to take his head.
well, the crazy part is, I mean, honestly, I look at this and I'm like, okay, someone getting scalped on the set of 150 Untrained Lions. Yeah, okay, I could see it happening. The crazy
It's not
part.
surprising.
No. The surprising part is that Jan de Bont fucking comes back to finish shooting.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
100 stitches in his head.
200.
200 stitches
yeah.
in his head.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's funny.
So the two crazy people on the set, from what everybody says, was obviously like Noel and Jan.
And Jan,
These two
yeah.
guys were just like getting right up in there constantly. I mean, and they got the most injuries by far. Noel got bitten through the hand,
And then
also
Noel-
his leg.
Noel was bitten so much he got gangrene
Yep.
while filming.
Right.
Yep.
And I believe almost lost his left leg.
Almost,
Yeah.
yeah. They thought they might amputate it.
Right. That was in there. There was one particular scene where, and this is just, you see it on paper and you're like, who approved this? They have this scene where the two lions are fighting and Noel decides to get in the middle of the fight to break it up as if it's like a fight in a bar. And so he goes and attempts to pull the two lions apart from each other. And what does the one angry lion do? Attack him. And apparently, if it were not for a tree branch that he stuck in between himself and the lion, he would have been dead.
Probably.
It would have been over. All he ended up with was a little bite on the top of his hand.
A little bite.
Well, I mean, just one tooth got in there. And it's
Yeah, but
just a
one
disgusting
tooth
wound.
is like 3 inches in
Im-
like diameter.
Imagine me taking like a steak knife downstairs, Nico, and stabbing you through the hand with it.
It's not even that bad.
No, it's not
though.
even that. It's like if you took a steak knife that had a triangular blade
And then soaked it in bacteria.
Yeah.
and then stabbed him through the hand.
Exactly. Immediately got infected, but the guy wanted to keep filming the scene because he wanted like it to feel real, as if
Right.
Well, no, so they filmed it. Then he went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Then he came back from the hospital, said, "Hey, pour fake blood in this wound. I want this on camera."
Right. Well, it's so funny because he's in the ambulance, and he must have convinced the ambulance driver to turn around, right, before
I
he
don't
got
know.
there. And he's like, guys, we actually should be filming this. Like, what are we doing? Brilliant idea. And that was another trope that we saw, was this hydrogen peroxide. Just every injury, and there were like 70 injuries on set, and they would just pour hydrogen peroxide on it.
that was the default. That's true.
Yeah,
was-
well,
oh, yeah,
because
it's-
they have to try to stop all the bacteria that's already in their system.
So just when in doubt, hydrogen peroxide. Shower.
I'm surprised they didn't just have a bucket. They're just like, all right, just stick your hand in it.
Right.
It's so fucked up.
That hydrogen peroxide budget alone must have been through the roof.
$12 million.
But it's like you think these are the only stories, and those are probably the flashiest, like the guy losing his scalp and Neil trying to break up a lion fight. But there's also a lot of injuries of like high-profile stars. Like
Yeah.
Tippi Hedren falls off an elephant,
And breaks her ankle.
breaks her fucking ankle, and they use the footage in the movie.
Except, what did they do with it?
Yes.
It's the best. I laughed so hard when I heard this. They played it in reverse to make it look like she wasn't falling off the elephant, but that the elephant was flinging her on top of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Incredible.
And how did that scene come out?
Hilariously.
Yeah, not great. Here's
great.
you see the water like fly up for no good reason. It's like, oh yeah, that looks terrible. Yeah, fine.
Can you imagine, like, wow, look at her broken ankle getting repaired as she leaps on this elephant? What kind of nonsense?
Honestly, when he said we like they showed it in reverse, I'm like, so they're unbreaking her ankle?
That's rude.
Lemons out of lemonade, boys.
Yeah.
Lemons out of lemonade.
It's a magic elephant.
Why was she even climbing on the elephant to begin with again? I don't remember.
Because I think part of the scene required her to like just get on the elephant and like ride the elephant.
No, the elephant was attacking them in the rowboat. And so, like, he destroyed their boat and pulled them all off. And for some reason, Noel had it in his mind that he wanted Tippi on top of the elephant.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Just because he's a crazy
insane.
person.
Not good enough, guys. I need a better explanation.
He's a madman, bro.
If that's not the best explanation,
Yes.
you can go fuck off.
I really liked there was
just
this
being
one
insane
guy
is perfect.
there was this one guy they kept going to, and this is the elephant handler guy, I guess you said, but he just kept being like, yeah, these guys were insane, and Noel wanted to prove that you could live with wild animals, and I was proven right. Like, he just kept saying, like, these guys were batshit crazy, and I knew it. And Jan kept saying, oh, I want to film this scene in a hole. And I said, you're going to get killed if the lions see you. And he goes, no, you're an idiot. We're going to do this.
You're
and
an idiot elephant trainer. What do you know?
Right. And he just goes, have fun. And next thing you know, Jan is scalped. I mean,
How long do you think he waited to just say, fucking told you?
well, I'm wondering why this guy was involved in the movie at all, if he just knew, like.
Because it's Hollywood and people need jobs. Nobody
poor guy.
That's the thing
Well,
about Hollywood.
Have you seen the attitude of documentary filmmakers and DPs? They'll run into literally anything. They are insane.
Yeah, well, yes, a guy like Jan specifically, that's why.
Yes.
But I'm saying, like, some of these elephant trainers and boom operators and people of that nature, they needed work. So they were paid, and so they did it. And then
Well,
they
a lot of them
eventually...
said it was their first movie they ever worked on.
Right,
Oh,
right.
my God.
And remember they hired the one woman who had never done script supervision before to be the script supervisor?
They hired the makeup guy fresh. He was still in school.
Right.
Yeah, half of these people had no. That's probably another issue with the film, right? Half of these people had no experience.
Yeah.
And they were just living on what later became a wildlife conservation.
Right.
Because, that's all they could do with this set after
What else are you
5
gonna
years.
do with 147 lions?
Oh, I like how you counted the ones that died.
Oh,
Just subtracted.
What? I mean, they weren't living.
rest in peace, Robbie.
It's so sad.
Look, I only speak the truth, and I speak facts.
True.
And there was 147 wildcats, not 150.
Because those
'Cause
other
three are
three
dead.
were shot.
In the
I really liked this one scene where they brought on this guy. I don't remember his name, but he was from Kenya, I guess, right? And he was helping act in the movie. And the guy was saying, well, like, when he came on, he said, oh, we don't live with the lions. Like, we are over here and the lions are over there.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't mix in Africa. We don't hang out with lions. It's a bad idea.
And of course,
Yeah, lions are things you run from, not act like they're, like, ironic and
Right.
and hip.
Yeah.
why
And I
wouldn't
think
you?
this was.
Why wouldn't you
Sorry.
listen to the one guy who understands that land better than probably anybody, and Noel Marshall has the audacity to be like, "No, we can make this work."
He's like, no, Sid, it's fine.
No.
It's because we're fucking Americans, and that's what Americans do. Is
This
we
was
look
the
at
first time.
Yeah,
for
we
me
look
where
at
I
other
felt like-
people's suffering and we think, oh, that'd be so cool if we could do that.
Right.
Let's go glamping. And it's like, no, bitch, glamping is what they call survival in fucking Sudan. All right? And you're doing it with AC and some makeup. It's like, that's what I can't stand about America, is we have it so nice. Why are we not enjoying the nice things?
True.
Why are we like, oh, let's play with the lions as though we're on a safari? No, man. Leave the animals alone.
At this point, I totally felt like very in tune with like just Dave Chappelle just being like white people.
Yes. It's
I really
so
was-
true, though.
Well, that's what I was thinking throughout this. Like this similar. It's like this is a horrible cultural difference here. Clearly, if we have to deal with someone who thinks, "Oh yeah, I can be a superhero and run around in the water with a lion that's literally trying to eat me."
I try explaining this to people all the time. It's like whenever they go, "Oh yeah, I like safaris and I like you know, and they do all of this sort of like safe shit as if they're experiencing danger firsthand. It's like, why are you making light of something that is like life for somebody else? It's like, that doesn't make you cool. It just makes you an asshole.
Yeah.
I can't stand all these people getting so close to danger, even though they're not close to danger at all. It's like, motherfucker.
Then how do you feel about like people who actually just straight do get into danger, like Andrew Drury?
I know, but that's why I respect what Andrew does a lot more, because Andrew's actually going out there and living with the people that have to live this shit.
Yeah, like he's not going out there.
He's not making a joke out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
He's not going out there staying in 5-star hotels and then one day out of a week he's like, I'm gonna go sort of nearish.
He's not trying to appropriate that lifestyle either. Like,
No, he's actually trying to experience it and actually trying to educate people
Yes.
on what it is.
Yeah, he's trying to be objective about it and be like, what is this actually like from my outside perspective?
This asshole
Sorry.
was like, I want to act like I'm in Africa, so I'm going to buy
Right.
80 cats, 180 cats,
150.
150 cats.
How many times have we said it?
Well, keep saying it, bro.
He essentially wanted to be one of the lions, right?
Right.
At the end of the day.
I'm telling you, it's just like Grizzly Man.
I was gonna say
It is, it's
I was
the
gonna
same
say,
thing.
If Grizzly Man were to make a movie, this is what it would be.
And this is the difference between like, you know, like Noel Marshall or like someone like Grizzly Man and like somebody like Steve Irwin, right? Whereas like
Steve
didn't-
Irwin was a little bit of that too, though.
he was a little bit of that, but he didn't want to be a crocodile.
Well, but no, the big thing with Steve Irwin though was he did that
was
to
trying-
teach everybody else
Right.
about the animals.
Yes.
Right.
Which is different than, I'm going to make a movie, it's gonna have dangerous animals, don't worry, I can control them. No, you fucking can't.
Yeah. And this is more like exploitative. Can we agree?
Oh, certainly.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I assume from everything that they talked about that it's just, yeah, look at us do crazy shit with these lions.
Yeah.
Right. And look, this lion is my best friend. I understand the lions. No, same thing with Grizzly Man, who was like, I am basically a brother to these bears and a father to these bears.
And then they ate
Right.
him.
So
But
crazy.
there is interestingly like a sense of family with these lions, at least for the ones, well, with one lion in particular, because the family, Noel's family, did live and raise one particular lion who is the star of this film, Robbie, who unfortunately does get shot and killed. And we see one of Noel's sons talking about this lion, and he actually starts crying.
Yes.
And I mean, I think they said they raised him since he was a 6-week-old cub or something like that.
Yeah.
So
A 2 week, I think.
what? 2 week was it?
I think it was like the 2 weeks when they got him.
Very little. They raised him and lived with him, and I guess this was the lion that like they were probably all most comfortable working with and everything. He, you know, still a wild animal at the end of the day, but
But I mean, there are instances of wild animals being okay with humans. I mean, there's this guy who like found a lion cub or whatever and raised it when he was little, and they released it back into the wild. He went to where the lion supposedly was. The lion saw him, recognized him, came over and like hugged him and licked him and just hung out. So there are instances.
I don't
but,
doubt that is possible.
Yeah, but when you add on 149 other ones who don't seem to like you very much,
mostly males with full testosterone.
No,
Yeah.
and then encourage them to express that testosterone.
Yes.
Right.
That's what it is more than anything else. It's egging them on and encouraging them to fight you. It's like
And
the
I definitely
animalistic
think
instincts
covering
are
them in
going to
fake
kick
blood.
in. Oh yeah, that's
Covering them in fake blood as they fight each other. I mean, I'm sure the animals like see the blood and start thinking like this is a fight to the death. Like,
Yeah.
Is
No.
there anything with lions with the way they react to certain colors too? Could that have had anything to do
That's
with it?
possible.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
knows?
It's not
I
like
mean,
they
I'm
would
not-
know. They didn't have any professionals working on
Clearly.
it. It's like that chick
they had one professional, but he only knew elephants.
remember the lady with the pet chimp?
Oh, God.
who got
Oh,
face
God.
ripped off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other one too.
No, the lady with the pet who had the chimp as the pet, she didn't get her face ripped off. Like the neighbor got her face
Oh, I
ripped
thought
off.
she got her face
No,
ripped off.
it was like, I think
it
the
was like
neigh-
her neighbor. Or
Yeah, the
friend or
neighbor was
something.
like,
it was someone else.
yeah, she was like bitching at her, and then the chimp's like, I'm not gonna let this bitch yell at my master, whatever. And then I'm gonna rip your face off.
Well, okay. Then what about Siegfried and Roy?
Same thing.
Because they worked with those tigers for, what, 20 years?
Yes, long
And
time.
then out of nowhere, one of them is just like, fuck, was it Roy? Who did he attack? Siegfried, Roy?
Yes, it was
He's
Roy.
like, yeah, fuck you, Roy, and then attacked him on stage.
Yeah.
and scarred him. I think he is he able to walk now? I don't even think he can walk.
Roy?
Yeah.
I think he is.
Jesus.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Look, I have 2 kittens who I've raised, and they love me very much, and they still fucking bite and scratch me.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sorry, but like...
This is why I hate house pets. This is what it is.
This is why you hate house pets?
It's one of the reasons why. It's they're animals. Let them be animals. Like, aren't people bad enough?
Yeah.
Like, why am I bringing animals into the equation now?
Cats and dogs are domesticated, though, and they can be domesticated quite easily.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a little different.
It's a little bit different than a monkey.
Yeah.
Putting a monkey in your home.
Who
Who would do that?
They have no history living with human beings. It's not in their natural instincts to do that.
The whole thing of like, just like all these exotic pets that people will get, it's just so fucked.
It is fucked. And they're trying to take advantage of, like, you know, what they consider to be culture. And it's not that. It's like, that's nature. Don't mess with nature. Nature's there for a reason. It's moments like this where I'm like, you know what? PETA might be onto something. If they weren't like...
Whoa.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I was
I would.
No, wait a minute.
I was waiting until a later point in the episode so that we can specifically condemn PETA.
Oh. Well, no. PETA are a bunch of assholes. And, like, you should feel free to eat meat and wear furs as much as you want. But they are onto something when they're like, don't mess with it. Like, don't go out into nature and start just, like, poking things. You know what I mean? Because that's essentially what these people do.
That's the most superficial description of PETA.
I get that PETA sucks, man. No one hates PETA more than me, but I'm saying that particular point is a good one.
Yeah.
Don't mess with nature.
Well, okay, but
Well,
do we
then,
need
I mean,
an
why are they
organization telling us
euthanizing
not
animals?
to fuck with... Yeah, why are they killing... What do they
That
have?
sounds
like
like messing with nature.
They have like, what, like a 90% kill rate in their shelters or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let me be very clear. I don't fucking care if we kill the animals. It's just don't go out there and mess with them.
No, they kill like dogs that they take in from people's houses.
Yeah, whatever.
And they're like, no, fuck them, and then they kill them.
I disagree with you
What
on
are
that
you gonna
one.
what are you gonna do with them at that point? That's fine. Whatever.
How about actually try to put them in a good home?
Yeah. Okay.
I love dogs.
You know how possible that is?
PETA has said, they have said, no, let's kill all pit bulls.
Is that
PETA
right?
has said that
Is that
because
right?
because the president doesn't like pit bulls because one attacked her when she was little. So now all pit bulls are evil. So they are like, no, we should kill all pit bulls. Have you met a pit bull?
Dude, PETA
They're the
sucks.
nicest dogs in the entire fucking world.
Oh,
My
we were
dog's
on
a pit bull.
Oh, we. So
Yes.
Is he a pit bull? He's part pit bull.
Mix. Yeah.
And what else?
We think retriever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looks retrieverish. But they're like the nicest dogs in the world.
Yeah, pit bulls are
So
pretty
sweet.
sweet.
And people are like, no, yeah, we got to kill them all.
Abby and I were on a walk, and this woman was walking her pit bull, and it just like comes over to us, and we, it's like it's probably the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
You know what dogs are? Fucking monsters.
What?
I still don't advocate killing all of them. Fucking chihuahuas.
Well, those aren't dogs,
A
dude.
chihuahua will fuck you, man.
They're
Chihuahuas,
scrappy.
pugs are not nice dogs.
No.
Pugs are angry all the time.
How about a Shih Tzu?
Shih Tzu's bad.
I like Shih Tzus.
I had a Shih Tzu.
You did, and you hated it.
Hated the Shih Tzu.
Nico.
Tiffany.
Nico.
Oh, hated her.
Didn't you like have a celebratory cupcake when it died?
Her
or
name
something?
was Tiffany.
You didn't know that?
What a
Oh, I didn't.
stupid name for a dog.
I knew you had a dog, but I didn't know her
It's like
name was
naming your dog
Tiffany.
Paul.
Who names a dog Tiffany?
Wait a minute. That's the origin of my porn star name. You didn't know that?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yo, okay. So, wait a minute. So, there's this formula for coming up with your porn star name. You
Yeah.
take the name of your first pet and the name of the street that you grew up on.
In that order?
Yes.
Oh, mine's awful.
So, what is yours?
Buckwheat, Surrey. I had a cat named Buckwheat, and I lived on Surrey Drive. Surrey, Surrey.
Buckwheat, Surrey. We should have done this last week for
We
the
should
porn
have,
one.
yeah.
So what would mine
So
be?
what's yours?
Hold on. Go ahead. What's yours?
I guess it'd be okay. So it's
First
Pet name and street that you grew up on. First pet name, street you grew up on.
Can I get rid of Hill Road for mine?
No.
Oh, so it's
No, it would just be Hill.
no. It would be Riley Wildcat Hill Road.
Riley Wildcat's pretty good.
No,
Just
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I was,
okay, that's
that's
good,
why
that's
I was
good.
saying Riley
That's-
Wildcat makes more sense.
Riley Wildcat. Okay. Nick.
Spunky Kristen.
You You were waiting for us to come to you with that one.
He's like,
I've known that one
he's
for a
like, I
while.
got the best one.
Mine,
I know Nico's though.
because Nick and I, we directed a play in high school together, and we renamed one of the characters after my porn star name.
Oh God.
Tiffany Sunrise.
Ooh. Oh.
That sounds
You know,
like a
every
weird
time I
diamond
hear
that
that-
Tiffany Incorporated would come out with.
Now, I'm not going to say the name of the girl in our school who played that character, but
Yes.
every time you say that, I can't get the image of her like proudly announcing that name on stage.
That's right.
Tiffany Sunrise.
Yeah, she comes. She
Because
goes, my name's
you'll have to-
Tiffany.
you'll have to-
Tiffany Sunrise.
You'll have to tell me who that was.
I'll tell
later.
you, yeah, later.
Huh. Okay.
That was a fun time. Yeah, Nick and I directed a play
Oh,
once.
I have the. Oh, mine's awful.
I love yours.
Mine's
Buckwheat
terrible.
Surrey is great.
That sounds like the discount, porn star, that
That's-
has like
No,
burning
no.
out a cigarette
It
on the.
sounds like an instant oatmeal in a grocery store.
What was yours again?
I love that.
Riley Wildcat.
Riley Wildcat's not bad. Spunky Kristen is obviously the best, but Riley Wildcat ain't bad.
I like how the three of yours are female.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is. Well,
I mean, Buckwheat is clearly a guy.
it could be a female if you want to. It's 2019.
Here's the thing about Buckwheat, though. He's got fucking pipe, bro. He is packing heat. Oh, boy.
When I'm doing the segments for this episode in the video, it's gonna be like talk about the movie, porn star names, back to the movie. It's gonna be really,
Incredible.
the transitions
really
are
disorganized.
amazing.
So, by the end of this movie, or by the end of the documentary, we find out Melanie Griffith has been injured on set.
She needed facial reconstructive surgery.
Wow, I don't think she needed reconstructive.
She had some plastic surgery because she got a big scrape right on the face by some lion claws. Kind of
I
shocking.
mean, it's Hollywood. She was gonna get it anyways
Great point.
at some point.
Fair.
Beat her to it.
I can't help but think that's part of the reason why she looks so terrible now, though.
What does she look like now? I gotta check.
She doesn't look terrible now.
You can tell she had some work done.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Melanie Griffith. Let's see.
This one dude had or I should say several holes punctured into his forehead, neck, and ear because a lion basically bit him on the face.
Yes.
They showed some pictures of that injury. That was crazy as well. We said Tippi Hedren obviously broke her ankle, etc., etc. Finally, and we were saying this one while watching the documentary, Nick, an act of God happens. God looks
Right.
at this production and literally says, a la Noah's Ark, we got to just clean up this
Yeah,
mess.
I have
Sam's
this on
arc.
my notes here. I wrote, injuries. You'd think you'd stop. Second injuries. You'd think you'd stop.
Right.
Act of God. You think you'd stop.
Right.
No.
God says no. I'm gonna flood the fucking set. So Jan is like, "Yo, help us build a dam. We have to save all of the cats and all of the buildings." And they fail to do so.
Now, see, if they just read the Bible, they would have known why build a dam when you could just build an ark.
Build a boat, line the cats
Yeah.
up 2x2.
Right.
Exactly.
Walk them into the boat.
The problem is though there would only be 4 animals left if they subscribe to
point.
those rules.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And they also forgot the unicorns, which is weird.
19 inches of water. Also the dinosaurs. They forgot those too. 19.
Dinosaurs? What?
That's like a creationist theory for what happened to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is they didn't make it in time for the. It's fucking true. That's what they believe.
Oh my God, Harold, we forgot our tickets.
I imagine one velociraptor saying that to another.
Is that Velociraptor wearing lipstick?
Yep.
And
Oh,
a
yeah.
hat and a tasteful hat.
Took him too long to get through TSA.
Does it have like a 50s
You're like,
era?
no, they're not weapons. They're my hands.
The security is terrible. This
I thought
line.
boarding was at 11:45, not departure.
What the hell are we talking about?
Why did we sign up for TSA pre-check? No, here's what it is. TSA prehistoric check.
God damn it.
I've stopped laughing.
Zach is pissed.
I'm mad because I didn't think of that.
Place is flooded. 3 cats die because the sheriff's department takes them out, naturally. And they resume filming afterwards.
Yeah.
Several years later, they somehow put the money together. And
They got a $3 million
Disaster insurance.
Oh, right.
insurance.
Exactly right. So,
And they wasted the money again.
yep.
Yep.
They finish it, and the movie was a finished product, and as we said, had to wait over 25 years to finally get released.
I think 35.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, 35 years. Crazy shit, this Roar. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see this movie. I really can't wait. And we'll be doing that sometime in the next few weeks. I'm not sure exactly when.
Okay.
Because we have some holidays to celebrate
That's true.
pretty soon. So, yeah, anything else on Roar? The most dangerous movie ever made?
Was it a waste of time? Can we call this one a waste of time for the people
Filming?
who made it? Yeah, who made it. At the end
Yes.
of it, yeah.
I think that's fair to say. But you know what? We'll have to watch the movie first.
See if it was really worth it.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
I think the movie will be the final test.
Okay.
Let's play a game. How many Drew Careys?
Nick, you don't look so good.
You looked like you had like the most dead-eye stare.
You looked like
ever during
really
that.
pissed off.
I was just zoning out.
What's out your window? What did you just see?
Oh, it's literally a cement wall.
I was gonna say it'd be best if it wasn't even a window. If he's just staring at a blank wall.
Just nothingness.
Well, no, out my window is a cement wall.
It's a blank wall.
That's a great view.
Melanie Griffith.
Ow.
Melanie
Ow,
Griffith.
Really?
Melanie Griffith. You want to do Tippi? Who do you want to do? Roy from Siegfried and Roy? How do you want to do this?
Montecore, their tiger.
How much?
Hold on,
I'll leave this
did
up
you
to
know
you
that
all.
was their tiger's name?
What?
Montecore.
Montecore.
How kick-ass
That's
is
a
that?
cool
That's a
name.
pretty cool name.
It's up to you all. Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna name my first kid Montecore.
What do you
now.
want to do? Who do you want to do?
You could
Melanie
do-
Griffith.
All
Stick
right,
with
Melanie.
it.
All right.
Could
Could we,
Melanie.
could we do
Star
no?
of Working Girl, Lolita.
Well, no, because we know what Noel's worth. He's worth no money.
Right.
Fucking poor.
Fair point.
We could do Tippi, I guess, but Tippi just runs like an animal shelter now. That's
Yeah.
like her thing.
Yeah.
They also covered that at the end of the movie too. She just takes care of animals.
okay.
No more. She was in Stuart Little too.
She was.
Who?
Melanie Griffith.
The hell was she in? Hold on.
I think I'm way overshooting her right now.
I believe she was nominated for an Oscar for her role in Working Girl.
All right, I got mine.
Oh God.
This is one of the hardest ones we've ever done.
Jeez. Oh, that's tough. Hold on.
Her
think that's
last
right. I don't
movie
think that's right.
was in. Oh, she was in the show Hot in Cleveland with Betty White.
Really?
All right. I think I have my number.
I
Yeah, her
have-
last
I've had mine,
performance
but
was
I
in The
feel like I'm
Disaster Artist. Her last
way
performance
overshooting.
was in the Tommy Wiseau biopic, The Disaster Artist. Okay, Melanie Griffith. We'll start with Zach. How about that? How many Drew Careys?
I think it takes 30 of her to get to Drew Carey, so that's $5.5 million.
Got you.
I went a little higher. I went 8.25 Melanie Griffiths to get to.
How,
So she's $20 million.
Got it.
$20 million?
Euros.
Should I play?
Denarius.
Should I play? I haven't looked it up yet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Play.
Let's go with 82.
Ooh.
82.
82 Melanies. We'll say about $2 million.
So what does that work out to?
About $2
$2
million.
million?
I'm gonna say. Well, okay. So wait, what were the guesses here?
I said 30.
30 of her.
Yes.
Yeah, I said 2. Adam said
8.25.
80 of
80.
her.
Yeah, oh, yeah, 82. Yeah, I said 82 Melanies. Right.
Okay.
I went the highest.
82, 30, 8.5 are the three guesses.
All right. I think I'll guess 32 of her.
Jackass.
This asshole.
Oh, what a fucking dickwad. The net worth of Drew Carey is $165 million. And the net worth of Melanie Griffith, star of Working Girl and apparently member of Hollywood royalty, in terms of the Tippi Hedren and Joel, whatever his name is, family. Do you want to call it that? $30 million. That is 5.5, Melanie Griffiths. That just means, Adam Hall, you won this week's edition of How Many Drew Carey?
I'm very proud of myself on that one.
He's only good at one thing.
I'm happy. Wow.
30 mil.
Wow. I didn't even expect that, yeah.
She's a
Adam,
saver, that Melanie Griffith.
What's Nick
You're
saying?
only good at one thing.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah, apparently.
Just guessing the net worth of
You
celebrities.
are great at this game.
Well,
Yeah.
and making people feel uncomfortable.
Well,
That too.
And doing really stupid things.
we need someone to make other people feel uncomfortable and do stupid things, right? I think.
Well, I mean, do
I
we
don't know.
need people to trench people's yards and break glass bottles behind cars?
Well, if someone else would do it.
No one else would do that. Fucking moron.
You were going to get mugged anyway. At least I did it. At least the money's going to a good cause.
You were dying eventually. Aren't you happy that I shot you? I mean, it's all the
Would you
same.
be happy if I shot you or you? I'm not going to shoot Nick, but
Have you seen those things?
I appreciate
That's
that.
like, would you slap your friend for $10 million?
slap my for $10 million?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen this?
Would I slap you?
I would slap you.
I would
Well,
hit
they
you
have-
with a car for $10 million.
No, they have-
Would I slap you?
Well, okay, they have a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
But the joke now is, would you slap your friend for? And then it never gets to that point. And it just shows the video or something of somebody slapping somebody.
Oh, right.
Every time I see it, I'm like, I would do that to Adam.
Oh, no question. I do it unprovoked.
Yeah,
I would do it
it's
right
just,
now.
would you slap him? Whap!
Got
right now.
it. You got it.
I've gotten exactly 0 slaps to the face from any one of you people.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I've slapped you in the face. I've
No.
slapped him in the face.
Ah,
definitely a thing.
I've
That's too
definitely
bad.
stomped your foot like as hard as, or no, I kicked your shin.
You
like,
did.
pretty
It-
much as hard as I could.
yes. I got, and it got infected and it got gangrene and
Actually,
I needed to have it
think the only
amputated.
I think the only person I haven't hurt is Nick.
Aw.
I've heard him
I don't get
emotionally.
hurt. I don't get hurt very often.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rectify that next time.
I've
he's
heard
up.
I've heard him
Were
emotionally.
you coming up? Easter?
You
Said
know?
Easter?
I'm not telling you. I'm not confirming.
Easter, right?
It's something like that.
Okay.
So documentary month, it's over. In the books. Goodbye. See you, documentary month. It's fun while you lasted.
Was it a successful
So
documentary?
long.
I would call it very successful.
Avita saying goodbye. Oh, no? Okay.
Yeah, I would call it a very successful month. We met Andrew Drury through this month.
Yeah.
Had an interview with him. We took a little bit of a break to do whatever that movie was called.
Camp
Death
Camp
3.
Death
Oh, yeah.
3, right? We had our boy Nick Romy on to do his documentary Danger Boys. I would call it a success for sure. So next month, be on the lookout, more documentaries. Maybe we'll even do a few more between now and the end of the year because I really like doing documentaries on this show. I think it's how we thrive in many ways. So next week is St. Patrick's Day. We will be, can I confirm this on air? Doing the next Leprechaun movie?
I don't.
Do I want to confirm
Are
this
we?
or no?
I thought we
you
were
guys
kind
didn't
of
want
like
to do that.
ambivalent about that. Like,
Might we change our mind?
We're not confirming anything right now.
No.
Okay. But we will be doing something in honor of St. Patrick's Day next week.
Yes.
The following week, I won't be here. I'm going to Phoenix. So we'll have to figure something out before now and then.
Okay.
All right. We'll get something in.
Anybody want to ask me why I'm going to Phoenix?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't care.
Nico's getting.
Nick goes to DC for see something.
Yeah.
I'd be happy I remember that. And we're like, oh, how was that? You're going away, and we're like, okay.
So I'll be.
Good riddance.
Yeah, so I'll be gone,
No.
so we'll do something.
Just leave your laptop and we'll record here.
Yeah.
We'll come into your house when
Okay.
you're not here.
Make yourself comfortable.
We'll do some horrible things.
So
to this place.
we'll figure something out in between now and then. Until then, again, subscribe on every and all podcast providers, including Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, or on the website, toomanythoughtsmedia.com. Google True, or tmt.media. Go there. That's where everything is, including Adam and I's sort of new podcast.
Sort of new is important.
Sort of new, kind of just a retooling of what we were already doing.
We already fucked up royally, by the way. We got it very wrong.
So we do the first episode of our new podcast, the Movie Hall of Fame, in which we nominate 6 movies from a particular calendar year and choose which one is most worthy of induction. And I swear to God, we spent an hour and a half talking these 6 movies to death. We
didn't pick one.
We were like so stressed out about this decision. We finally come to a consensus, and then a half hour later I text Adam. I go, we fucking blew it, and he goes, you're damn right, we blew it.
Well, you already inducted it.
Lost a lot of sleep that night.
Okay, so it came down.
Well, I don't. No, don't give it away.
All right.
Don't give it. It's a tease.
All
Make
right,
them
all right.
listen.
Never done a podcast.
Yeah,
I guess not.
the 6 movies we discussed were Broadcast News, Predator, Full Metal Jacket, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, RoboCop, and Princess Bride. Those are the 6 options. We got it down to the one that we liked, and then we realized that both of us liked the other 2 movies better.
Oh, yeah.
Of the final 3, so it was a terrible decision altogether. But it was a
Bad
fun
call,
podcast.
ref. Bad
Yeah.
call, ref.
Yeah.
Again, you've inducted it. You can't take it back.
Yeah, it's already in there. So check out which movie gets inducted into the Movie Hall of Fame, the first ever inductee, TooManyThoughtsMedia.com. Subscribe to that podcast wherever you get yours. That's that.
We never introduced ourselves, by the way.
I'm Nico.
No, they know us by now. Can't do it at the end.
No,
That was Nico. That was Adam. I am Zach, and that is Nick.
And you have all been so very, very naughty!
Oh,
Yummy.